living in jungle, would you be eating at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night? So if I am at 16 hours of eating and 8 hours of fasting, we are talking about long-term solutions. You cannot control it. Don't even try it. Fasting gives the body that opportunity. Intermittent fasting is a great concept.
Intermittent fasting. So what's your take on that? Or is it good? Does that work or does not? Because you said that customization is always necessary. So I don't think that in case of intermittent fasting, people go for customization. They just go, I will go for 16/8, 24. I mean, eating for 4 hours and then 20 hours window without eating anything. So what's your take on that?
Sure. So intermittent fasting, like from a concept perspective, it's a great concept. And I would say that, you have made it a concept in these days. This is the way of life. Like you think about it, like, Jain culture, they were always doing intermittent fasting all their life, right? And a lot of people, like, imagine you were not living in these houses and all. If you were living in jungle, would you be eating at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night? Then lion will come and eat you. So typically what would you do? You would eat during the sunlight hours, and then sunlight khatam, then people go into their caves or wherever their shelter is. You would not be venturing out so much at night. And food means venturing out, whether you are eating plants or whether you are eating vegetables or whether you are eating non-veg or whatever you are eating. So intermittent fasting, that means eating for some time and then not eating for some time, is a way of life. And especially if you are, and even in intermittent fasting, there are studies done that if you time your intermittent fasting with sunlight, so like you are eating till the sun is there, and as the sun goes down, you stop eating. That one works much better compared to, let's say, you start eating at 1 o'clock and then you keep eating till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, like that. So the more you marry it to sunlight, and even if we look at Ayurveda, so what does Ayurveda say? Sun is the source of fire. And in order to digest food, what do you need? You need fire. In order to take the nutrients from the food, you need a strong fire. So that is why, as a concept, it's a great concept. Now, whether you want to do 16 hours of fasting and then 8 hours or 14, 10, it depends on where you are currently. See, wherever you are, you have to take slow steps toward creating at least some fasting periods. For example, let's say you are getting up at 7 o'clock. From 7 o'clock till 11 o'clock, abhi to pura hi khate the. So the only break which was between 11 to 7, which is 16 hours of eating and 8 hours of resting. Let's say if somebody is there, so they would not go to 16/8. Their body will revolt, their mind will revolt. It's not, again, slow, sustainable, non-dramatic steps कि मैं कल से एकदम ऐसे हो जाऊंगा. हो सकते हो, जिस दिन बड़ी बीमारी लगती है उस दिन अगले दिन आदमी हो जाता है. I have seen that happen in a number of cases. या जैसी शादी फिक्स हुई अगले दिन से ड्रामा चालू, तो वहां पे होता है. But we are talking about long-term solutions. So if I am at 16 hours of eating and 8 hours of fasting, what will I do? एक घंटा करके पीछे आऊंगी. And then I will keep on training my mind, keep on training my body. The idea is whenever you are thinking about something as important as food, because food यहां से भी बहुत खाया जाता है, खाली पेट से नहीं आवाज आती उसकी, ये बोलता है तब खाता है आदमी. So you have to take your mind support. You are not against your mind. You have to be with your mind. वो दोस्त बना के चलना है उसके साथ. अगेंस्ट चलोगे, बोलोगे माइंड को कंट्रोल करूंगा, वो ऐसे खड़ा होके बोलेगा या डू इट, लेट्स सी व्हाट यू कैन डू. थोड़े दिन करो, 6 महीने तुम्हें करने देते, उसके बाद देखते, फिर देखते राजा कौन यहाँ पे. You cannot control it. Don't even try it. See, look at, let's look at scientifically. That day I was listening to brain doctors and people who have researched a lot into, the structure of the brain. And also, I also listen a lot to psychology, like, world leading psychologists in this. So your conscious mind is what? 4%, 5%, depending upon how good or bad you are, 4, 5, 6%, that range. Subconscious and unconscious are way bigger. Don't even think you can control them. It's impossible.
Correct.
You have to work with them. So if I am at 16 hours of eating and today and tomorrow I tell it will be 8 hours of eating, okay, good luck with that. Maybe for a month, then we are going to bounce back like crazy. Because अगर पिक्चर में जैसे वो होता है ना कि आपको इंडिया में रहना है, तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर का ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. प्राइम मिनिस्टर का ध्यान नहीं दोगे और बोलोगे फिर ठीक है मोदी जी ने ध्यान नहीं दिया आपके ऊपर, नहीं दिया, लेकिन जिस दिन फिर उनको कभी तो नजर पड़ जाएगी आपके ऊपर, and then they will, your weight loss journey is over then. And especially people who have tried to lose weight will be able to relate to this, because don't try to control your mind and don't try to be so dramatic. आपको वो हाथी है, माइंड जो है उसको कैसे, हाथी को जब ट्रेन करते हैं, जब उसको डोमेस्टिकेट करते हैं, यू गिव देम अ वेरी लॉन्ग लीश, एक एक करके रोल होता है, वो एक एक करके रोल होता है, 100-150 दिन लगते हैं, तब जाके वो डोमेस्टिकेट हो जाता है पूरा. फिर जो बोलोगे वो बोलेगा यस. आप सोच के देखो ना, इतना बड़ा हाथी, इतने से आप, और आप बोलते हो सिट डाउन, वो सिट डाउन करने लग जाता है. सो इट इज पॉसिबल. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, बट डू नॉट ओवर एक्सपेक्ट, बट डू नॉट अंडर एस्टिमेट व्हाट यू कैन डू इन 1 year. सो 1 week को, 1 month को इतना ओवर एस्टिमेट करके 1 year को अंडर एस्टिमेट मत करो. सो यू विल बी एबल टू डू, बट इट विल टेक टाइम. जस्ट लाइक a child controlling the elephant is possible, same with this is also possible, but learn how did that elephant got domesticated.
Correct.
So you have to go slow. So it is a good concept, absolutely, but go slow around it. Keep on listening to your body as you, and at the same time, even if you are doing 16-8, which means 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating, make sure what you are eating in those 8 hours. One is with sunlight you are eating, and what you are eating in those 8 hours is a balance of your macros, your fats, your proteins, your carbs, and the different type of your multiple vitamins and minerals as well.
So it is a good concept, but we don't have to do it without with a drama. We can increase 1 hour daily basis, or maybe half an hour for a week.
So 1 hour, 1 hour 1 week is a good target.
But you would say that 16-8 would be the best combination in case we are having a normal lifestyle. Will that be fine? 16-8 target?
Again, you cannot say that for everyone. So like in Ayurveda, so there are different personalities which people have. Now women tend to do better on 14 and 10, but again I'm not saying for all women. So again, women, let's say if a woman gets more anxious, then maybe she can do 12-10 at starting and then 14-10. Men typically tend to be okay with longer hours of fasting. See, women have more hormones play happening all the time. So you have to understand how much is this women getting affected by the hormones already, and then what part of the cycle she's on. If is she towards the towards the time when her date is about to come, that time maybe give her a little bit more leeway. But then other times you can be strict. So again, it is a very personalized concept. So you cannot say 16-8 is the right one, because then we will be kind of countering what we just said in the earlier part of this podcast.
Correct.
But it's a good concept. It's a concept worth trying, because what happens is when you put your body in a fasted state, you actually, sometimes you give the body food, sometimes you don't give the body food. So body has its reserves. Lekin if you keep on giving the food all the time, body forgets the pathways that it has got reserves, कि वो तिजोरी खोलनी कैसे है. धीरे धीरे वो तिजोरी की चाबी खो जाती है उनकी. See, आपके घर में बहुत सारी तिजोरियां हैं, राइट? बीच बीच में कभी तो खोलो उनको. कभी भी नहीं खोलोगे तो चाबियां खो जाएंगी. जिस दिन खोलने का टाइम आएगा खुलेंगी नहीं. And that is what happens in diabetes. Diabetes में आप सोचते हो, this person has got so much sugar, like 500 sugar है उनके blood में, but energy तो देखो है नहीं. See, if 500 sugar means I should be jumping on a trampoline, right? That's what 500 sugar means. It's so much of sugar. Sugar is used to give energy. But what happens? Like your tijoris are there and you have lost all the keys. So fasting gives the body that opportunity कि go test your tijoris. Is there something? No, not something. Then you sometimes you eat food which Vikas has given you just now, or sometimes you eat food which is already stored. So fasting is that time. Plus, if there is some bad cells in the body, see body में wear and tear होता रहता है.
Hmm.
कई बार if you don't attend to those bad cells, they can become in the future cancerous cells, because हर एक की बॉडी में हर टाइम पे कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ cells होते ही हैं which have the potential to become cancer in future. Now if you give your body that opportunity when you don't have to do a lot of digestion work, that time cleanup work happens, and in cleanup work this type of cells get identified and then immune system उनको finish off कर देता है.
Hmm.
Again, taking your house example, if you give your maid target that you have to cook 4 times a day, then every few hours she is cooking. जैसे ही breakfast खत्म हुआ, now she has moved to lunch. जैसे ही lunch खत्म हुआ, now she has moved to snacks. जैसे ही snacks खत्म हुआ, अभी dinner के तक वो थक गई, अब वो सो जाएगी, right? But let's say if she has to cook only 2 times or 1 time, she will
Hmm.
have a lot of time to clean up the kitchen. It's
Right.
same. So you keep your body busy in digestion all the time, no cleaning time, then your skin will look like that, you will have pimples, you will have lethargy, your hair fall will happen, because abhi koi cleaning ka time nahi hai, abhi khali bas jitna diya hai, let me just digest that. So intermittent fasting is a great concept. Do it right, do it slowly, and yes, you can target 14, 10, 16, 8 over time.